Holy shift. Last week was wild. I'm still coming out of it this week. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the intense ascension symptoms I have been experiencing, and I'd love to know. Share with me in the comments below. Are you experiencing any of these symptoms, or are you having certain ascension symptoms yourself? So the true ascension journey is physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. So last week I actually had a small procedure done last week, and I was told to take a week off to recover. So I do work in the fitness industry. I'm a yoga teacher as well as a coach. So I took the entire week off, and what happened during this week was wild. So my phone decided to stop working. It was telling me I needed to update. I needed an update on my phone. This is a new phone, by the way. I got it less than a month ago, but it needed an update. But I couldn't update it because the storage was full. Didn't have enough storage to update. I was trying to delete old pictures, old videos to free up space on my phone. It wouldn't let me. So I ended up deleting most of my apps off of my phone, just so that I could at least send texts, get texts, and make phone calls last week while I was home recovering. And that really forced me, right, to go within. I had no distraction, no Instagram, no social media, no Reddit, none of it. I deleted it all off of my phone for the entire week, just so that I could at least have some contact with the outside world. So, as I said, this really forced me to go within without this outside noise, the distraction. Last week, I had the most intense headaches of my life. Are you experiencing headaches lately? Ringing in my ears, dizziness. So really, really intense headaches, fatigue. Now, I always prioritize my sleep, because sleep is when we do all of our healing. Our physical body, emotional, mental, as well as spiritual healing takes place when we sleep. So I always prioritize my sleep. There's a difference, though, between being tired and needing sleep. No, this was fatigue, like intense fatigue, where my body needed more rest, peace, and quiet, which I was forced to do because I was home all week with basically no phone, no contact to the outside world. Such a gift from the universe this was for me. Dreams. Now, I've always had very vivid dreams. I get all of my downloads, most of my downloads during my dreams. This is when I truly connect with my higher self. where I connect with my team of angels and spirit guides. But these dreams were next level, still are. I'll give you one example. So, as I was having these headaches, one day I went to lie down and rest, and I must have dozed off. And then the next thing I knew, I felt this, I will describe as, started on one side of my head, this cracking open all across, all the way, my whole crown chakra, just something opened. And I'm still not sure. I think I was between the sleep state and the awake state, so kind of halfway. I could open my eyes about halfway, and one of my guides came in to my bedroom where I was lying on my bed, and I couldn't see them, but I could very much feel their presence. They were kind of poked at me, like, so almost like they were like, she's still there? And this has happened to me several times in the past. It used to happen to me a long time ago, before my first awakening, and it would make me very afraid. But ever since I've been through several awakenings now, I'm no longer afraid of, the presence of my guides and my angels when they come in. So they kind of poked at me, and then as they were leaving my bedroom, I reached up with both hands, and one hand I was able to actually grab onto them, and the other hand I was just kind of like, wait, bring me with you. I want to go with you. And I could feel I was holding onto them, and I could feel them kind of slipping away, and then they left, and I was like, I wanted to see where they were gonna bring me. But then I fully woke up. I actually felt much better after this. The headaches have subsided since then. Heightened sensitivity. Now, I have always been the too sensitive. I am very sensitive, but this is heightened sensitivity. So, even like noises. I was on the phone with my ex a couple times last week, and I could tell he was driving in his truck with the window down, and I was like, I have to hang up. This is too much for me. Even something I've been doing for the past over 5 years now is I go to sleep listening to a guided sleep meditation and listen to it all throughout the night. And even last week, I couldn't even listen to it. I just wanted quiet at night. Something I've been doing for 5 years. Now all of a sudden my body was like rejecting that. Food. How about, have you been I've been having food aversions. Again, foods I've been eating forever no longer seem appealing to me. I want different foods now. Maybe you're having different cravings or wanting to fast more. Fast from food, maybe fast from social media. Now let's talk about that for a minute, because I think the biggest takeaway I've gotten from what I have been experiencing is as I said, I had to delete all the apps off my phone, including Instagram. And I was very much a post on stories every day kind of person. You know, I would take selfies at the gym and post, you know, funny memes. And I had now no longer have Instagram on my phone. So the takeaway I got from this was I was still very much letting my ego run the show when it came to that. So still seeking approval, validation from others, getting quick hits of dopamine through the use of social media, from scrolling on my phone. And now, obviously, I'm on my phone right now recording this video. I was able to update it and my phone is working. I have no desire to download my Instagram app because it felt really good. That dopamine detox I had last week felt really good to me. And I no longer want that fake dopamine, that external validation from others. That's not where I'm at right now. Again, fasting from maybe food. Sugar is very much a quick hit of dopamine as well. So are you experiencing any of this? Maybe you are losing weight, or maybe you're retaining water. That can happen too as we are ascending. So what is actually happening is, as our ascension continues and we are embodying these new energies of the 5D new earth, these light codes are being activated in our bodies. We are changing at a deep cellular level, actually changing the DNA. Our nervous system is trying to get used to these new energies. That's where the fatigue a lot of time comes in to play, right? It's truly our nervous system. The heightened sensitivity, like I said, noises, food. I went out to, once I was feeling better, went out to run some errands, and I had to come home and rest. It was too much for me. So I'd like to tell you, only you know what will help you get used to these new energies as our body, our nervous system is truly changing. But I will tell you what has helped me during these times. So first and most important one to me was just to honor my body and rest when I needed to rest. So thankfully for me, I was forced to rest all of last week. But now even this week, as I have gotten back to somewhat normal life, I am very much honoring my body, taking the rest when I need to rest. You know, we're all in high demand. I myself have my clients, my 3 kids, a cat, a dog, a house to take care of. But I promise you guys, things will get done. Everything will be taken care of, even if you need to take more time to rest. I went very much within. I did a lot of meditation last week. Being aware of how you are nourishing your body during these times. Again, this is not a time to get the dopamine, to get the sugar. What are you craving to truly nourish your body? Lots and lots of water. Not only should you be drinking your water, that's going to also help with the headaches, maybe the brain fog, the fatigue. But how about being in or near water? A shower feels good, really good during these times. Maybe a bath. If you're lucky enough to live by water, go sit by the water. Very, very healing during these times. If you feel called to, again, don't force yourself to do anything during these times, but I have been wanting to clean my space. I'm a big purger, right? Let go of anything that is no longer serving you. Maybe you do want to clean out your closet or your refrigerator. Maybe you do want to clean out your phone. Finally was able to do that. You know, I realized I had over 1,000 contacts in my phone, and I maybe talked to like 20 people. So I did clean out my phone, right? We are letting go. We are letting go of what no longer serves us. So those are all things that can be very helpful as we are ascending and experiencing these intense ascension symptoms. But I'd like to leave you with this. So as we are moving into this new earth, this 5D, right, leaving the 3D, leaving the matrix behind, this is a time we can truly just be. We no longer need to force, need to fight, need to try. We just get to be. Do what feels good to you in each now moment. Let your heart and your soul lead you instead of your mind and your ego. So as I was in isolation last week, disconnected from the outer world, what a beautiful gift the universe gave me, because I realized, you know, you're never alone. You're never truly in isolation or disconnected when you are connected with your own heart, your own soul. So let that be your guide, and just allow yourself to be your most authentic, true self, and that is where you will come into alignment with the other souls, the people, the places, the opportunities that are meant for the true you. So if you are experiencing any of these ascension symptoms, listen, you're not alone. They're very real. I can tell you, I have been going through it. But we're gonna be okay. Actually, things are gonna be better than ever as we ascend, as we move into and build this new earth. And we do that just by anchoring our light, self-love, having the courage to show up as our most authentic selves. Hey, listen, subscribe, helps me out, like this video. I would love for you guys to comment. Are you experiencing any of these ascension symptoms or other symptoms? What have you been going through? Share this with a friend. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much. Go have a magical day today. I'm so grateful for this beautiful day. Until next time, namaste.